What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners, shout out to the Point of View crew, and shout out to the city of Sacramento and the people thereof. Very hospitable. I cannot wait to return. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I earned my Bakersfield tattoo, BKS. Crazy thing about it is, just trip on this, I got the tattoo in 2002, Mule Creek. At that time, Mule Creek had a couple good yards and a couple not good yards. But PC in 2002 wasn't even a thing. People weren't even talking about it. But by 2005, Texas custody had blown up. Everyone was talking about it. And in fact, they'd taken over all Mule Creek and a couple other yards. So after 2005, came back with the homeboys talking about tattoos. The subject of Bakersfield tattoos comes up. You got one, Splinter? Like, yeah, show it. Where'd you get it, homeboy? I'm like, Mule Creek? Mule what? I go, oh, well, 2002 is like still active, no CR, and had to go through all that rigmarole. So finally, I just quit telling people where I got it from. Hey, what's up, homeboy? You got Bakersfield, right, Splinter? I'm like, yeah, check it out. I'm like, they're going to ask me where I got it in 3, 2, 1. Cool tattoo, homeboy. Where'd you get it? Mule Creek. But it was in 2002, and in the CR, and the gym is still active, and all that. Who cares about all that? But trip on this though too, man. And don't fault me for having a vision. Because I always knew I wanted a back piece. My whole tattoo, my whole back, one big tattoo, a back piece. Especially in light of the fact that I had a life-size EZ tattoo on my back that my cousin gave me when I was 16 years old that I hated with a passion. And not only did it get me in wrecks in the natural world, it got me in wrecks in my own head. Hated this tattoo, couldn't wait to cover it up, wanted a big back piece. So, with that information in mind, I went and got the skull tattoos one time from a bank robber. I know, sounds kind of crazy, but trip on this. There's this bank robber dude from Fresno. Did 15 years in the pen, had some pen pal chick in Oildale, got out of the pen after 15 years, went to move in with her or whatever. She dished him, he tripped her out, if you can imagine that. She ran away, so now he's just floating in Oildale, kind of stuck, ended up living in my alley. And what he would do, he would ride a bicycle up the road in Norchester and rob banks. Did it a couple times. Come back to my pad and try to hide on the side of my house under a piece of cardboard like this. Sometimes for a day or two on end. And one day he's like, hey man, my hiding spot's fire. And I'm like, no, your hiding spot is shit. People are terrified of you. They're not going to say anything to you. In fact, you don't even need the cardboard. You can just sit there and I guarantee people are going to say nothing. Calmed him down. One time enough to sit down because he slang some pretty badass ink and he put some skulls bottom of my back because I'm starting my back piece. I'm working from the bottom up. Hello, just makes sense to me. Then when I got the BKS tattoo, I put the BKS above the skulls. And then when I go to show people, since there's a hater in every crowd and every bunch, I'd often hear, not often, but once in a while, if you could believe this, they'd say tramp stamp. And it really pissed me off. I'd say, what, tramp camp? Your pad, $5 at the door? What do you mean, tramp stamp? If you want to get technical, that would be a tattoo by itself in the lower back region. And I hate the word tramp stamp anyway, and I don't even think it's a valid word or a valid description of any kind of tattoo. But you said it, not me, and it's just, and they're like, yeah, that's what you have. No, I don't, because I have a life-size EZ tattoo above that. Oh, well, I didn't know about the EZ. I know you didn't, so shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Be that as it may. I need a pattern. I want to get this tattoo. I want to get the BKS, but it always starts with the pattern. Pattern is the hard part. The tattoo oftentimes is, tracing some lines, but it starts with the pattern. And I know that the guy who gives the tattoo Bakersfield has to be from Bakersfield, but in my heart and in my mind, I wanted the guy who did the pattern to be from Bakersfield as well. And as luck would have it, when I'm at Mule Creek, shopping around for pattern, have an idea in my head. I want to get Bakersfield. I'm ready for it. As luck would have it, there's a Southsider on the yard from Bakersfield. There's only 10 Southsiders in the whole yard. Mill Creek's way up north. Talked to this dude. He's a homeboy. What's up? His hustle, his old get down was lettering. Now, as a wood, my options are BKS or Bakersfield. To me, it's a no-brainer. Bakersfield, 10 letters long. BKS, 3 letters. Tattooing how it works. Every letter is like more painful than last. Pardon me. Makes sense. Get the BKS. So hash it out with dude. He came up off the dome with some badass lettering, some saloon lettering. Like Old West, I'd say like bar. saloon lettering, BKS. He didn't charge me. We didn't discuss any kind of payment at all. But just on the strength, I just gave him a bag of cocoa. Just based on. I believe everyone who puts a little effort in, you just for his hard work, just good looking out, homeboy. Bless you with a bag of cocoa. And it's funny because probably like a couple years after that, I was kicking back one of my homeboys who has a Bakersfield tattoo on him. And actually, we were clowning somebody, but I'm not going to mention the town because it's kind of an embarrassment. But there was someone from a town in California, and he was getting his city blasted on him. And he wasn't earning it. In fact, he just walked into some tattoo artist and paid for it, which when you get your town, when I got Bakersfield, you don't pay for it. The town blesses you, just gives it to you just because you put in work. Of course you're not going to come out your pocket and pay for it. This dude paid for it and didn't put no work. Me and my homeboy are sitting back, and that's on them. We have no right to say anything. Maybe give him the stink eye, give him a funny look, but if you're not going to, if you'll feel comfortable with it, if your homeboy's around, you aren't saying nothing, we can't say anything. We can clown you behind your back. So we're looking at this thinking, damn. And my homeboy says to me, man, I would never just pay for my hometown tattoo and not put in work. And I was like, hell nah. And he's like, dude, and I would never even pay for the pattern. And I was like, hell nah. Who does that? Anyways, be that as it may. So, I'm ready. I'm ready to get this tattoo. I hit Mule Creek. I got the pattern. I tell the dude who has the keys to the yard, put me on deck. Something happens, I want to do it. I want to put in some work. I want to earn Bakersfield. I want to earn my letters. Someone from Bakersfield has to do the tattoo. There's 3 dudes from Bakersfield in the yard. There's me, a dude named Anthony, a dude named Hal. Anthony and Hal could both sling ink. So I'm thinking, okay, if something were to happen, crack off, I got involved, I got away, then boom, I'm in. I can get my work done. I get my tattoos. I'm kind of waiting it out, playing the waiting game. Anthony ends up taking off on a cop and going to the shoe. Go to the hole, then going to the shoe. It left me and Hal. And it's crazy because Anthony's a straight folio, and you look at him, he looks like a straight lame. I was in county jail with him one time, and I had it going on. And I was breaking off all the solid woods around me. Any wood who I thought was about something, I'd show a little bit of love. And I showed Anthony love. And one of the homeboys got me, he's like, dude, you're breaking off that dude. And I was like, bro, you better be glad he didn't hear you. That dude will just straight break you off. In fact, he's so solid, if I had to kick one of you guys out of the car, I'd kick you out and keep him. That fool's with the business. And he's been in the shoe twice over beating off. He's been in the shoe twice over beating up cops. And that's the only times he got caught. Anyway, be that as it may, dude's down, and now he's gone. And it leaves me and Hal. And I was getting at Hal, and he's just like, this dude has been down 10 years, and he has 60 days at the house, and he's acting so antsy, he's acting so full of anxiety and anxious and uptight, it makes you just want to slap the taste out of his mouth. So I was like, you know what? This tattoo is just not going to get done. And it's not going to get done. I was starting to get short of the pad, time went by, it's not going to happen. Whatever be that as it may. Then, trip on this. This happened. So where I'm living at in Mule Creek, how they have set up is cubicles, 4 bunks, 4 bunks, 4 bunks. And in my little cubicle area, here's my little bunk. Caddy corner was a dude named Randy from Modesto. Solid ass wood. I know him from CR to gym. He had a bunch of weed over there he brought with him from Pleasant Valley. He had it going on. He was doing big things. He was hooking everybody up. This dude came over, named Steve, to get something from Randy one night. I'm just kind of kicking back, minding my own business, but I'm ear hustling, not on purpose, or like an earshot. You always pay attention. Steve comes up, gets something from Randy. Then he leaves. Thank you, homeboy, and he goes down the stairs. There's 2 cops there. They weren't even looking at Steve. They weren't even paying him no mind. He panicked. He should have just kept right on a walking. They weren't even thinking about him or thinking about him. But he panicked, he saw him, and he flipped to you and he ran up the stairs. Now that got the cops' attention. Like, hey. He ran up the stairs and he gave the stuff back to Randy that he just got from him. And stood back and just like, and I got to give Randy props in the fact that he took it and his instinct, his natural instinct was just to hoop it. He just ran with it. I mean, good for you, Randy. I mean, even though I have hoop stuff several times, even hiding stuff from the cops, it's not my instinct. Like, it's not like breathing to me, just naturally. Had I had like 10 minutes to think about it, they were coming, I see him, I might be like, oh, yeah, I know what I could do, hoop it. My instinct would have been like to swallow it, put it in my sock, hide it under my bunk. I mean, I don't know, but did it just straight hoop it? No, but Randy did, and good for him, because the cops came in, stripped us all out, pretty much. Our boxers looked through our clothes. They were tripping, because Steve saw them and went right back up there, blew the spot up. Cops found nothing left. Everyone's looking at Steve like he's the biggest slave on earth. And Randy's like, someone got to get that fool when he walked off. And I was like, damn, you're right. I got one of some boys, and we just went and smashed. I was not thinking of burning anything. I was just thinking this dude blew up my spot. He did a very disrespectful thing to everybody around. And just straight, I don't want to share the yard with this lame. This dude's a straight knack. He has to go. He has to get caught. I wasn't thinking about getting caught by the cops, earning BKS, none of that. Just get that ass. We start beating on him outside and beat him all the way back into building 1. Done and over with. It got brought to my attention. Good work, homeboy. That's right. That's what's up. You can get your letters. You can get your tattoo. I start focusing on Hal, who I had on the shine, didn't like him, as was everybody else. Like Hal, even Randy, hooked Splinter up, dude. Like he did a solid. He made Bakersfield look good. Put the tattoo on him. Because you know what's messed up too? Say like I had not gotten there and I go to my next prison. What do? I get there to get the BKS on me. And I was like, hey, I put in work at the last spot. You can ask, I mean, do I bring a letter with me? Hey, Randy, make a little kite for me to carry with me. And when I get to my next prison, I show it to everybody and they read it. Hereby announced and therefore decree, the last spring Splinter did thee. Beat the bark off this dude named Mark. I got to keep going with my guitar. I got the melody going. Yeah, I beat him right down the stairs. Couldn't even breathe, couldn't catch no air. Somebody stop me, please. Look out. I can't take a kite with me. I suppose if I would have got caught and I had my 115 to back it up, like, look, I got a 115, my last spot, battery. I didn't get caught and just, it looks goofy to try to bring up the last spot anyway. Might as well just go and just catch a new one. So anyway, it's like, Hal, you gonna do the tattoo? Everyone's telling me, he's like, And the crazy part about Hal being scary, because his whole deal was, look, I'm 60 days to the pad and been down 10 years. I don't get caught with a tattoo gun. I'm saying, Hal, we're gonna have 2 point men. One standing by the stairs and like literally one like outside. Like, we can't get crept on. And even if we did, you can set the tattoo gun down and walk away and I'll pick it up. And be like, yeah, copper, I was here tattooing myself. I'll ride it out. I'll take the beef, homeboy. I'll take the fall, dog. Just do the tattoo. He wouldn't do it. But if you were to give Hal some Gattaca, some black, he'd be all on it. He'd be on like white on rice, homeboy. He would break out the paraphernalia. He wouldn't need a point man. He would just get right there in front of everybody and he would just do it. And he would take all the risk and couldn't wait. He wouldn't even think about getting caught. Wouldn't even be concerned. He would dig right in. But tattoo, oh, never that. So as people are pressuring Hal to do this tattoo, this dude says to me, this dude from Modesto, who's up visiting Randy from Modesto, says, hey, Splinter, good looking out. Appreciate you doing that for the homeboy. He's like, I can do the tattoo for you. I sling in, guys, like, I appreciate it. Has to be someone from Bakersfield. He's like, I'm from Bakersfield. And the interesting thing about this is, you know what it was what it is when I was talking to the Southsider and he was drawing out the BKS for me, his neighbor in his little 4 little cubicle thing, his neighbor was a wood from Modesto, and he told me, he's like, I'm from Bakersfield. But I knew he was from Modesto because he hung out in Modesto car, and I was like, oh, okay. But people say that sometimes. Maybe his mom was born there. Maybe he was there. He was born there. Or just he has some ties there. So he's like, but I know he's from Modesto. I was like, oh, that's cool, homeboy. That's right. So now he comes at me. He's like, I'm from Bakersfield. He goes, let me get at you. So we walk outside. And he goes, look, bro, I was born and raised in Bakersfield. When I was 20 years old, I came to Modesto over a girl. Moved here because of a girl. And I caught a bunch of felonies. I ended up fighting my felonies in county jail for 2 years. I had some crimes when I went upstate. The Modesto car, since I was in Modesto County Jail fighting my charges, co-signed for me, said it's a good dude. When I got upstate, I knew dudes from Modesto from being in Modesto County Jail. I didn't know anyone from Bakersfield. I rode Modesto out, claimed Modesto. It's where I caught my term. It's where I fought my case. That's who I knew. That's the reception I went to. But I'm from Bakersfield. Born and raised. I have family there. I still go there. And he said like this. This is what got me. He said, no one's going to tell me I'm not from Bakersfield, not even you. And I said, homeboy, bring it home, dog. That's what's up. And he gave me the homeboy. I mean, he gave me the hell. Man, I always mix up some words. I don't give a fizzuck. Watch every video I do, there's going to be some. It is the way it is, man. So, he gave me the tattoo. Of course, he didn't charge me a grunion. And he's from Bakersfield. Just like this, Mike Tevis, who started Oceano White Trash, OWT, from Oceano, is also from Bakersfield. That's why, and their symbol is the Bacardi bat. Oceano, OWT, their symbol is the Bacardi bat. That's why I got the Bacardi bat. I'm an honorary member of Oceano White Trash, OWT, because of Mike Tevis, who's a real good homeboy of mine. He's from Bakersfield. He's also from Oceano, OWT, Oceano White Trash. So that's how I got my BKS That's how I earned it in Mule Creek. Oh, back in 2002, when it was still good, because I went to the CR, the gym. Okay, other political ink trip on this, I got Celtic knots. Celtic knot is like Viking stuff. It's real common with the skinheads. Bubba from Sacto Skins put these on me. Pardon me. And these are legendary. Pardon me. Excuse me. These are legendary. All the homeboys heard about my Celtic knot sideburns before they saw them. It went around. It spread like wildfire. Like, Splinter has Celtic knot sideburns. Like, does he? That dude's a straight folio. Dang, man. Celtic knot sideburns. Yeah, dog, he went all the way there. They're on his face or sideburns. Damn, did you hear about Splinter? Celtic knot sideburns. And they see me and they're like, oh. They're like, I think you need to put sideburns on your sideburns. Like, if you were expecting sideburns, you got sideburned. Splinter, what am I looking at? Like, where's my magnifying glass? Are you sure those are Celtic knot sideburns? I'm like, dude, these are sideburns, man. Sorry I didn't go, like, full blast all the way there. Would you want mutton chops? Did you want them to spread out like this? And I could be like, touch them with my tongue? No, boy. Yeah, my bad if you have some hardcore expectations that I didn't meet, brother. But hey, these are Celtic knot sideburns. Then not only that, I got PFL, Peckwood for Life. How I got this from my homeboy Corey Davis. He has PFL just like this, same letters on his chest. I traced it with an ink pen, put deodorant on paper, put it on, and then took it off. Put it on my arm. I asked him, what up, homeboy, do I got to earn this? He said, I put enough work in for both of us to get it. PFL is a clique that started at Pleasant Valley. The woods there. I heard the dude named Freedom, a SoCal wood named Freedom, started it up. Corey Davis is in on it. They're at Pleasant Valley, kicking up dust, a tight car, putting in work, at war. Peckwood for Life. I got it. Now, I made a side statement, something that started off as an inside joke between me and my girlfriend, Jen. I told him one day, I was like, Peckwood for Life. I was like, I should put a J right there. J for Life. Inside joke between her and I. Then I shared it on the live. I was like, hey, you guys, what do you guys think? J for Life. A joke, having no intention to do it. But that's what humor is. You guys kind of thought I was serious. People were like, no. So if you didn't know I was joking, let me assure you, because I could never, if I were to deface it, in that manner, I would surely have to answer for it. I'd surely pay the consequences. This is like a sensitive tattoo, and there's no way I could mess with it and alter it in any way. And also, Jen, I wouldn't have to piggyback her name on some other tattoo I have. She deserves her own space. I don't have much left. What I have left is hers. She deserves her own space, her own tattoo, not having to piggyback on something else. But it was like an inside joke. Peckwood for Life. Hey, how about J? Jen for Life. Be that as it may. Good looking out, Corey Davis. He's a good homeboy. I got Blood and Honor on my hands. Didn't have to earn this. A skinhead put on me. Blood and Honor is just like being down for yours, being proud for yours. Now, I used to smoke a lot of weed back in the day. Kind of funny. Huh? I still do, but I'm getting better at it. You know what it is? I will not buy any in the morning time. I'll wait till night, so I really don't smoke any during the day unless I save it from night. See what I did there? So, at the time, though, I was kind of in a bind because my homeboy, who was a lifer, they tried to put him in the dorm with me in the gym at New Delano. But since he's a lifer, he threw a fit. He's like, I'm not going to be in a gym. I'm a lifer. So they put him in the cells, even though they did not want to, because he's level 3. The cells are for level 4, 180. Nevertheless, they put him in the cells. He'd come kick with me at yard. He had a gang of weed. He must have known me good, because he wouldn't give me a big chunk, even though he could have. He must have figured, he probably guessed right, that I would just got rid of it all in one day, smoked it all up in a party. So he would just chip me off 2-3 joints a day every time I saw him at yard. Then I'd have to come in, decide who I'm going to smoke with. There'd be like 5 of my homeboys like, what's up, dog? And I'm not going to put 5 people on one hooter. I'm going to put 2, maybe 3, and the other 2 dudes can, assed out, catch on the flip-flop. The skinhead, though, put Blood and Honor on me. He said, hey, I don't want you smoking any weed for 24 hours if I get that tattoo. I was like, all right, I respect that. I mean, is there anything else? Is like some little special routine? Is there something you want me to eat? I mean, I won't worship anything, though. That's where I draw the line. Kayate way! I will not worship Odin. But right on, yeah, I got the Blood and Honor. Also got SoCal on my shin. I did not have to earn either. Some of these things, it's not, you just represent it. Just be about it. Rock it. Not all things you have to earn. You'd be surprised. SoCal, have to earn, represent it. That's where I'm from. And NorCal would put it on me, though. Hey, how you feel about that? Is that coolio or not? The homeboy Russ from Stockton. Love that dude. Cool dude. Russ from Stockton, shout to you. Hey, put the SoCal on there, brother. He had no problem with it. What else? What else do we have to talk about? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this, though. My next video, and this could be very interesting. My next video is going to be I'm going to say I went from being a skinhead to a wood. Whoa. Chew on that for a minute. Bro, it's hotter. Dog, it's hot up in here. I thought the air was going. What? Is this what the air feels like? I hate to feel like without the air, so kick the fan on. My next video, I went from being a skinhead to a wood. Now, you couldn't really get away from that without being a ranker, without being a dropout. Because when you're a wood, you know, it's like, hey, how come you're not a skinhead no more? What happened? What did that transition look like? You did what? How'd you get from here to there? But I'll tell you, guys, how I did it. Pulled it off ease, didn't get any kind of trouble. Straight went from skinhead to being a wood. Not very common. You know what else I did that's very, very uncommon? I had a one-on-one with a Southsider back in the 90s. Right before they had the rule where Southsiders cannot have one-on-ones, I had a straight-up one-on-one with a Southsider. But that video, skinhead to wood, I'm going to run next tomorrow morning. You know another video? A lot of people have been requesting. This is your channel as well. This is your channel. You guys know I have a girlfriend now, Green-Eyed Gemini, Jennifer. So a lot of people have been saying, like, trip on this, like, what's up with that? How'd that go down? Like, you just can't come at us and be like, oh, here she is, da-da-da-da. Like, what happened? Did the Cupid hit you with an arrow? Was there heart in your eyes? Did the sun shine down and go, ah, the heavens open up? Like, what went down? What was the transition? How did it happen? When, where, and why? Okay, so I'm down to do a video like that. If enough people want it. I have gotten some requests, but it has to be if enough people want it, because I don't just want to force it on you, because at that point it's cringe. I don't want to be like, hey guys, got this girlfriend, and here's what happened. Trip on this, check this out. I mean, I might be curious. If a YouTuber, I follow some YouTubers, and I'm trying to think if one of them all of a sudden had a girlfriend and was like, yeah, I guess I'd be curious. Like, well, what happened though, you know? So, I am down to do it. If enough people are interested, because I don't want to come on just cringe. So, we got that in the mix. And we got the skinhead of wood, and I'm gonna hit it hard. Come up, a couple other videos. Come up, a couple of videos because it's the end of the month. You know how they do it, and they stop the payment, and this is my job after all. It reminded me, actually, can you guys watch the commercials? I really appreciate it. It makes a big difference. Trip on this. I have a video with 15,000 views and a video with 10,000 views, and they both made the same exact amount of money because the 10,000 view one, people watched the commercials, and the 15,000 view one, they didn't. So you guys see what happened there? So yeah, watch the commercials if you can, especially the next couple of days. Please, I'd appreciate it. So yeah, get some more videos, a couple more. Let me know what's happening, what's cracking. Probably gonna do like a surprise viewer's choice. Speaking of viewer's choice, the last one, I don't know if I didn't really pick that good of questions. The viewers were really down on it. You guys not like it no more? Should I maybe take a break from those for a while? Put viewer's choice on pause. It's your channel too. That's what I'm saying. That's what's up. That's what's up. So anyway, I'm gonna cut the string and let it fly. Nothing but some respect. Peace.